Hey guys, welcome to the Sim Racing Paddock and our test drive of one of the weirdest cars ever to be released for Assetto Corsa. And that honor will be bestowed on the Flintstones car. For those of you who don't know, the car was driven by Fred Flintstone in the popular animated series The Flintstones. And this car came out of nowhere. Actually, I found it in the Sim Racers group on Facebook, and I decided to give it a download and try it out. Now, this car was really just whipped together, and the designer was a guy named Lee McRae, and he said he spent about an hour on the car model, and from what I can tell, it's using existing assets from other cars. One thing I noticed is that on the data for the car selection screen, it showed the Volkswagen Mark I Golf GTI, and I wouldn't be surprised if it used the same engine and sounds from that car. However, I noticed that in the showroom, it had the car logo of the Honda Civic, so I found that interesting. Now, looking at the car's data, it looks like it is powered by a 128 horsepower inline-4 engine. At slightly under 1 ton, this should have a lot of power and be able to spin the tires quite easily. So, going by the history of this car, as it's usually foot-powered, this is basically the car you would drive if you never skip leg day. So enough about that, let's get behind the wheel of the car. So the first thing I notice is that this car has a lot of torque. I am assuming that the base of this car was actually used by a drift car, so it was super easy to get the wheels out, and in that first turn I learned the hard way. Got my foot on the gas and quickly went around. And then I was getting back on track, and it took me roughly a lap to get a grip of this car, because you can see it'll quickly bring you around. This car, once you do get the hang of it, it is a blast to drive. It is definitely the weirdest thing I have ever driven in Assetto Corsa, and that is fun. I love some of the mods for this game, and it definitely creates a new world. One of my friends described it as, this is the car you never knew you needed until you see it. And this, I will compare it to the Miniville mod, or even the Stinker Cup when it was released for the original R Factor. But this thing, I don't even really know how to explain it. This thing is not the best build quality, obviously. It was just built in an hour. It definitely doesn't win any awards for authenticity or realism, but this is just a blast to drive. I mean, I'm sliding around, I'm going through the grass, I'm nearly going around, but I had a grin on my face when I was driving it. And then I started getting a little bit of handle on it in the next lap. I'll just fast forward to that. I got stuck and it sent me back to the pits. I'll just fast forward to the next lap. There we go. And I'm starting the next lap, still trying to get a grip on this car. This thing, especially I had it on street tires, so it definitely didn't have a lot of grip, but who would have thought I'd be going over 120 miles an hour in Fred Flintstone's car? Yabba dabba doo, as he would say. I'm just going to shut up for a bit and let you guys enjoy this. as you can see, this car can definitely be drivable and driftable in the right conditions and with the right adapting to how this car behaves. And you will have a smile on your face if you enjoy sliding your car. I would like to see a more polished and refined version of this car and be able to actually be drivable in a racing environment as opposed to just drifting. But this is definitely one of the hidden gems in Assetto Corsa right now. So I'll leave a link below in the description for you to test this puppy out. And what are your thoughts on the car? Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, please hit the like button below and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date in the latest videos from Sim Racing Paddock, keeping you in the know on the latest going on in sim racing. I'm William Marsh for the Sim Racing Paddock, and you have a great rest of your day.